name is Nicholas, and this is Titans pregame versus the Houston Texans. Thanks for being here. If you're here live, comment below. Let me know where you're at. If you're watching this video after we go live, then hey, that's cool too. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share with all you other Titans fans. We're all really excited to be Titans fans right now. Super excited. It's Code Blue. It's Texans week. It's one of our 3 Texans weeks. Maybe we'll have 4 weeks of Texans because it could be something where we go this week, week 17, and then the first week of the playoffs. But we'll talk about all that later. This week, we're going to be talking about the Houston Texans coming to Nashville. It's a Code Blue, and lots of people are excited about this game. Obviously, huge playoff implications are eminent here, and Titans win, and we are number 1 in the AFC South, which is really, really cool. Again, this is NGB Talk. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Normally, I have my good friend Mark from Titan Upload going live with me on these mornings. I do this pretty much every Saturday morning, 10 a.m. This is our pregame show, and you can catch that dude. Oh, he's in the comments already. What a guy. You can catch this dude Sunday night at 9:45. That's all Central Time Zone. So I usually go 10 a.m. Central Time Zone. But if you're catching this video after it goes live, hey, that's cool too. No problem. But thanks for not being here, Titan Upload. No, just joking. He's got stuff to do. I was actually going to be on Titan Upload's channel earlier this week. And life gets in the way of these things, but everything's okay. He told you guys that there was just an emergency, but it's all good now. So moving on to Titans versus Texans. Again, I'm super excited. This is, the Texans rivalry. It maybe doesn't feel quite as dramatic. You guys can comment and let me know. It doesn't feel quite as like epic as when we go against the Jaguars. It feels like whenever we go against the Jaguars, there's a lot of hate, a lot of animosity there. And I, personally, as a Titans fan, I can't stand the Colts, but that's usually because we lose to the Colts. So, comment below if you're feeling any way about the Texans. I personally just feel like, you know what, they're in our division. There was the Cortland Finnegan versus Andre Johnson. I can't remember anything else that happened between these two teams that has created any animosity. Comment below if you can think of any. Also, comment below if you have a projection for the game. Who do you think is going to win and by how much? I'll get to my projection later. Before I go there, I'm going to just do a quick Twitter plug at NGB Talk. You can find me there. Again, my friend Mark from Titan Upload. He's on Twitter too. You can find us both there. So the Texans, and we got a comment here. It's Larry Jones. Tighten up, fire. Hey, I believe it, man. We're gonna be working with fire. We were playing with fire against the Colts that one Saturday in September, if you remember. The fire before the game on that super hot day couldn't have helped at all. Let's see if the Titans will be playing with fire today, according to NGB, because I got my 3 keys to victory. 3 keys to victory. Number 1, and I know this is something that maybe some people don't think would be a good idea based on the hamstring. I think if he plays, play him. But I think number 1, we got to give Derrick Henry 10 touches in the first quarter. He had 10 touches against the Raiders in the first quarter. I think that was huge. I think that was a huge part of the game being decided by the Titans' run and then play action offense. I think it was huge. So as much as we want to maybe take care of that hamstring, it's only going to be about 50 degrees. So, as tight as our muscles get in colder weather, 50 degrees isn't that bad. I think the hamstring should be okay if Derek is able to play. I think go ahead and play him. 10 touches in the first quarter, and maybe, just maybe, that will maybe end his day early like he did against the Raiders, and he already has some extra time to rest it heading into the second week. And I'm seeing we got dudes in the comments section. What's up, everybody? Brandon Ward wants to weigh in on what I just said. We got Larry Jones with a projection. We got King Isaac saying hi. What's up, King Isaac? Larry Jones thinks we win 42-14. Boy, you would have never, ever made a projection like that 2 months ago for the Titans. 42 points. People would be losing their minds. Brandon Ward says, don't care about them. Just hope we beat them and have always been our little brother. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's very interesting dynamic. Something I want to get to later on this video is the whole like Houston Texans using Houston Oilers jerseys and history as a part of their own. I get it. The city itself was there. However, it's our franchise. I remember I guess it was like Monday or Sunday Night Football. It's NFL 100 right now. They're showing, before commercials, they show photos of past players, black and white photos, or just, really poor image quality photos of dudes from, the team's past. And one thing I saw was Earl Campbell during a Texans, I guess it was that Texans Chiefs game. I don't know. And that's not the Texans. That's the Oilers, which is the Titans anyway. But that was NFL's call. So that's fine. So I think Derrick Henry gets 10 touches in the first quarter. Comment below. Let me know if you think I'm crazy for wanting Derrick Henry to get that many touches. I'm thinking, get the guy fed early, and then, maybe he can go home. He can check out early too. And that will really set up the rest of the game, because him getting those 10 touches really, really is what opened things up so much. If you've seen any of the highlights, the Raiders defense was crashing hard on trying to stop Derrick Henry, which set up the pass game so well. And so I'm thinking that's going to be what makes the offense go this week. We all know the offense is going to run through Derrick Henry, but him getting those 10 touches, that was awesome to see against the Raiders. Second key to victory is scheming around Hopkins. So as far as what Dean Pease is going to do, and man, we all love Dean Pease. What a guy. And I said this to Mark from Titan Upload. I said that Dean Pease might be the biggest free agent signing of the offseason, honestly. We bring this guy back, and there's absolutely a chance to get back into the playoffs. I say back into the playoffs, but I'm already expecting us to be in the playoffs. So scheming around Hopkins and having Dean Pease be the man to make this happen, I absolutely believe this is going to be the way the Texans either put up a bunch of points and get a bunch of yards, or it's the way in which they are shut down. So I remember the Buccaneers game. You guys remember the Buccaneers game? Do you remember a certain wide receiver for the Bucs destroying the Titans, especially in the first half? This receiver did not have any. He might have had one catch in the second half, but we shut him down in the second half. He had so many yards, 100+ yards. Of course, he's not playing anymore, and this guy is Mike Evans. Mike Evans had a ton of yards, ton of catches, probably a touchdown or two against the Titans. And then the second half rolls around, and Dean Pease schemes in such a way to shut this dude down. And the Bucs offense is really it's a lot worse because of it. And the Titans are able to win. So I'm thinking we need to begin the game with that sort of mentality. Let's take that number one receiver and let's make sure he's got nothing going. So that's basically what I think is going to happen for the defense to be victorious. And obviously, it's great to see that LaShawn Sims is coming back. Everyone loves that clip of Jadeveon Clowney giving him a bunch of crap, and then him getting that interception. That's the best Titans meme gif I've ever seen. It's awesome. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comment section. King Isaac still trying to comprehend that we went from 2-4 to 8-5. Bro, I hear you. Seems like the team was done. We didn't. I mean, on this channel, on Titan Uploads channel, we had no faith in our coaches. And if you could remember, there was a brief stint when it looked like Marcus Mariota was not going to get the job done, and no one was saying, well, Tannehill's going to come in here. He's going to right the ship. People were talking about who we're going to draft next year. So it was like 2-4, and let's look at the draft. And now it's 8-5, and let's take the division. Hashtag Code Blue. Hashtag Tighten Up, Larry. And let's see what Brandon Ward has to say about giving Derrick Henry all the touches. Oh, yeah, I mean, this is another thing, I mean, if we're going to make a playoff run, we need Derrick Henry, obviously. It kind of feels like if we're going to win this game, we need Derrick Henry. So, do we rest him? Do we not? Mike Vrabel is captain cautious, right? And, it has done all kinds of weird, strange things, in order to make sure that guys are rested and injuries are taken care of, and has been very secretive about all these things. So, I we'll see. We'll see. It by the way, Derek's talking, he's gonna play. By the way, the injury report has been has shown it doesn't seem like he's gonna play. So this is kind of my hopeful Titan fan, just hoping that he plays. My third key to victory, guys, is take advantage of playing at home. It's hashtag Code Blue. Hey, comment below if you're going to be at the game. I am in California, and I'm texting my one of my good friends who lives right there in the city. I'm like, bro, these tickets are cheap. You need to go. So you got to take advantage of playing at home. There's going to be crowd noise. Obviously, it wasn't any factor at all for the Titans playing in the black hole last week, but I'd love to see that the Houston Texans get a little rattled by all of the crowd noise. And Titans fans, they pretty much they show up in December. I mean, it was a huge, awesome crowd for the win and we're in game week 17 last year. So I'm thinking that while this is not exactly the same scenario, but this is pretty close. Win and we are in the driver's seat for the playoffs. So take advantage of playing at home. The Titans gotta give their fans an awesome victory here. And yeah, those are my three keys. I think we take care of business. We let Derrick Henry do what Derrick Henry does. I think if we scheme correctly to shut down Hopkins and we let the home crowd do its thing, I think the Titans are going to win this thing. This is NGB's projection, okay? And this has us scoring several touchdowns, probably one defensively or special teams, and then also scoring one field goal. I think we line one up within 40 yards, and Ryan Suckup is able to do something, which may or may not be a good thing. It may be better if we just see Ryan just completely crumble. That way we know we need to move on. But I think they're able to get one. I think they're able to get one within the 40-yard line, and Ryan Suckup was able to punch one in. I think that the Texans will be able to probably have about as many points as the Raiders did in the first half, and then have to result to field goals from there on. And so I think it'll be kind of close there, as you can tell, but really the Titans are gonna win this thing over probably in either the first half or the third quarter. Okay. Let me break down kind of what I think about this Texans team. We a lot of people are thinking that, this Texans team beat the Chiefs. This Texans team beat the Patriots. This Texans team also got blown out by the Ravens, and last week got destroyed by the Broncos. The defense, if you break it down, and there was a great preview done by Mark at Titan Upload this week. Got to go check that out. I'll put a link in the description after this video is done being live. There's some huge holes for this Texans defense, and they are letting a lot of dudes get a lot of points. They're not getting after the quarterback very well. And honestly, it seems like it's going to be a similar defense to what the Titans saw last week against the Raiders. It doesn't seem like they're going to have too many answers. Honestly, it seems like maybe the Titans' only problem is going to be Derrick Henry not looking his absolute best. If the Texans defense can capitalize on that, then they have a shot. But I think at full force, obviously injuries are part of the game, but at full force, this Titans offense right now is going to be able to destroy the Texans defense. And really, the game might come down to what the Titans defense can do against the Texans offense. Now, the Texans offense is no joke. And Will Fuller, you guys comment below. The reports that I'm hearing, it seems like he's a go. He's got that bum hamstring too. Kind of been the story of his career for a while now. But seems like Will Fuller is going to be out there. So Texans offense is pretty sick when he's able to play. And obviously Deshaun Watson is just a machine, able to extend plays and does crazy things when plays break down. So that's someone that you got to look out for. But again, taking a look at this Texans defense, when I rewatched the highlights for the Broncos game, it really seemed like the Broncos with Drew Lock had a pretty similar approach to the game that the Titans did against the Raiders. Similar in some ways. You know, there were tight ends that were pretending to block that were able to get open, easy completions for Drew Lock. You know, it seemed like Drew Lock was able to just hang in the pocket just long enough to just throw the ball up and give his receiver a chance. This is all stuff that Ryan Tannehill has been able to do. The offense that Arthur Smith has been able to put together has been amazing at finally getting receivers open. Am I the only Titans fan that is like amazed at seeing open receivers? Not only that, but receivers that are able to, when they're not open, make contested catches. I mean, it's insane. So I think that the Texans defense is going to be, I think they're going to get destroyed by the Titans offense. And again, it's going to come down to which team has the most firepower at the end of the day. Got a couple more comments to highlight here. We got X Vistas X Vitas X. What's up, Nick? Hey man, how you doing? Cool name. And then King Isaac's coming back saying it's been on third quarter how we play. Well, I mean, Titans have been consistent in third quarter. They've been destroying it. They've been awesome. They've come out of halftime with all kinds of resolve. And even in the Colts game, coming out of halftime, the Colts marched down the field, were able to score a touchdown. Sure, that's not great to see. But the Titans, they came right back with, answers in the third quarters. And so, yeah, third quarter is going to be huge. Obviously, the third quarter in the Chiefs game, huge for the Titans. And next thing, just want to ask a couple questions for you guys. First one's going to be, which pass catcher for the Titans do you think will have the best day? This is going to be probably A.J. Brown, in my opinion. Probably going to be A.J. Brown showing up looking great. Had to throw that guy in the thumbnail for this video because dude's a beast. And it's starting to look like we got a three-headed monster in Tennessee. And, I mean, we're excited about what's going on now, but just think about next season with Tannehill, Henry, and A.J. Brown being this three-headed monster that goes out and destroys teams. Fingers crossed they all stay healthy. Which pass catcher do you think will have the best day? We've been trying to say on the pregame show, Corey Davis is going to come out and do something. And Corey Davis does a lot of the little things great. The guy blocks well. The guy is making catches. The guy is getting open. But he's just not coming out and having like a destruction of a performance like A.J. Brown is having. So you got to give respect to Corey Davis for being a great team player and not being, not having a big ego. And, it seems like, as far as I know, he's fine with his role on the team. He's not asking like, I should get more yards. I should get more catches. I'm the 5th overall pick, that's just not what this dude is like, so, comment below. Let me know who you think the best pass catcher of the day will be. You remember last year, Jonnu Smith was able to get some huge yardage on that one touchdown against the Texans before he got injured. So how many rushing yards do you think King Henry will get? I think it's probably another even 100 today. Could be Ryan Tannehill that has a big running day against this Texans defense. The Texans defense could be really trying to over pursue the run and really try to keep maybe people like AJ Brown for catching the ball. And that could open up some running lanes. I mean, you take care of one thing on defense, and you leave yourself exposed to another thing. So um, I'd like to see King Henry get 1,000, and I'd like to see him get that rushing title. I know it's between him and Nick Chubb of the Cleveland Browns, but man, I'd love to see the rushing title back in the Titans' house. That would be absolutely awesome. And speaking of pass catchers, Larry Jones is coming up with a little something about Anthony Ferkser here. Man, this dude is a beast, right? Ivy League dude. Yeah, he did get that touchdown call back. He is a beast, and if you remember, he had that awesome catch against the Raiders right before halftime, set up the field goal that we missed, doinked it, unfortunately. And on that route, Anthony, when Tannehill is releasing the ball, I don't think Anthony has much separation on the defensive back. But there at the end, the last maybe 10 or so yards, he gains a ton of space. Awesome to see. Anthony for and the thing about these young dudes on this Titans team that are making all these fantastic plays happen. This is huge. This is huge for John Robinson. This is huge for Mike Vrabel to go out and get these guys that have this immense amount of talent basically off the street sometimes, right? Kari Blasingame coming out of nowhere, right? Actually, he's a local guy, and I think he grew up in Georgia, and then he went and did school in Vanderbilt, and obviously he's kind of bounced around the league a little bit, Vikings practice squad and other things, but the guy's coming out of nowhere, and the guy has 47 yards, 2 catches, and he mossed him on one thing. Will Compton, sorry, Will. So yeah, Anthony Ferkser, Khalif Raymond, Kari Blasingame, these dudes, these young dudes, and a lot of them, local. They're coming out and they're playing great football, and it's just a testament to the kind of GM that John Robinson is. And yeah, Larry Jones, he and I are both loving that play from Anthony Ferkser. We've not seen a Titans team that is able to make those kinds of throws happen, when you have 40 seconds to play with. I don't know how much time it was at the end of the half there, but they didn't have much time. But when you have just that much time and you just need to go down and just kick a field goal, we've not had a Titans team that could do that. But now we do. It's amazing. Love it. Oh, this is something I want to ask you guys about. How do you feel about the Texans claiming Oilers history? It's something I spoke a little bit about before. Again, I, part of me, part of me gets why they would want to do it. But the fact is our owner and a lot of the fans have come out and said, no, that's ours. That's not yours. Don't touch it. But then we see Deshaun Watson wearing the number one Warren Moon jersey, which is cool, paying respect to dudes that deserve it. But um, that's not your thing. You are the Houston Texans, and if you want to wear a cool jersey, wear Andre Johnson's jersey, or wear there's some tackle for the Texans that played really well. I can't remember any. Yeah, wear an Andre Johnson jersey. All right. Um, moving along here, I'm seeing some guys in the comment section. Thanks for the comments. It's fun to do this, to talk, but it's also helpful to have people commenting and saying stuff. So not many people are wanting to weigh in too much on the at least live on the Oilers issue. But if you're watching this not live, go ahead and comment below. Let me know what you think. Um, I loved it when we showed up. I guess it was 2008, maybe it was 2009 when we had the year where lots of teams in the NFL were wearing those throwback jerseys. The Oilers jerseys on these Titans players, it's cool. I love it. So love to see that happen again. Someone was saying something. Speaking of history, someone was speaking something. I can't remember where I heard this, but they were talking about Ken Wisenhunt and how he kind of destroyed the culture of the Titans. Comment below. Let me know if you know about this. He destroyed the culture of the Titans by not really wanting to invite former players into the building or into programs. I don't know how he would have control over this. But from what I've seen, Mike Vrabel has been super great about allowing former players and people within the organization to come and be a part of what we do. It's not been like we need a clean slate. It's more like this Titans team, and I'm just the head coach right now. So comment below if you know anything about that. But it was an interesting thing to point out. Ken Wisenhunt, what a bad taste this guy leaves in your mouth just thinking about it. Um, but anyway, so got to respect the history. End of story. Oh, speaking of end of story, yeah, it may have been Houston, but that's Oilers Titans, folks. Um, so moving on to you guys comment below. Let me know what you think about that later. We're gonna be wrapping this stuff up. But we have someone that wants to weigh in on the receivers, the pass catchers for this team that can suddenly create 552 yards on offense in a matter of maybe 3 quarters. I think it was. He's thinking, okay, Tevin Mitchell thinks that we're gonna have a 100-yard game from Corey Davis. That would be so cool, man. Inferior DBs. I mean, yeah, it's the Houston Texans, and man, they were projected to have a really good defense going into this year. I don't know what happened, and then we're thinking that AJ Brown. I mean, AJ Brown's he's gonna eat it. He's gonna eat it up. So yeah, it should be great. There's been a lot of touchdowns, honestly, that this Houston Texans team has given up to receivers. Not a ton of touchdowns they've given up to, and they play the run a little bit better. They play the run a little bit better than they do the pass. So they've allowed a few less rushing touchdowns, but should be several touchdowns for these dudes, CD and AJ. So moving on, just want to cover a couple things around the league before we go. Buffalo Bills at Pittsburgh Steelers. Guys, let me know what you think about this. I I get that they're really well coached, and I get that they have a great defense. But are the Pittsburgh Steelers for real? Do we have anything to fear in the Pittsburgh Steelers? I'm hoping that we get to play the Pittsburgh Steelers in the playoffs. I'm looking at this Buffalo Bills game. It's at Pittsburgh, but I'm thinking the Bills take care of business, and help out the Titans AFC, or help out the playoff race in that way. I think the Titans will take the division. I think that's the best bet, but as a fallback plan, if it's the wild card that the Titans need to have, I'd love to see them be able to give a home playoff game and win the division in that way. But for the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's Doug Hodges, and I get that he's had some success, but who is picking the Steelers to come out and win their next three and be able to make it into the postseason? The Steelers, it's like at any moment, I feel like for sure it's just going to be too much. Like the Steelers went into Arizona and they beat a team. It was a close game, but they beat a team with nothing to lose. And the Raiders are a team that still had playoff hopes, and the Titans destroyed them. Okay. Steelers play a team with nothing to lose, and it was a close game that they won. It was close. 24-17 there. So it was within shooting distance, is within striking distance for the Cardinals. The Titans go on the road as well, and they play a team that does have stuff to play for, does still have a playoff just glimmer of hope, but still it was there, and they destroy them. So at this point, I don't know how you could pick the Steelers over the Titans. If it came down to the wild card race, so I'm sitting here just ready to watch, the Pittsburgh Steelers crumble, kind of like they did last year, almost making the playoffs like they did. And the other thing about the Bills is the Bills don't lose to bad teams. So this will really be a good litmus test for the Buffalo Bills. The Bills, they lost to the Patriots and they lost to the Ravens. But they took care of business against the Cowboys. If you ask me, Titans could have beaten them if they had scored one more touchdown. They scored a bunch of touchdowns that game. If you remember, Titans scored a ton of touchdowns that game, but they all got called back. And but anyway, but Buffalo Bills, I think they lost to. I mean, they have 4 losses. I think one of them was against the Browns. That's not good. But that's that's one of those things. Who knows? Let's see what this guy has to say. Larry Jones says Steelers defense is real, just being honest. They lack. I mean, for sure. Yeah, the defense. I mean, their defense is going to keep them in it. Kind of like the Buffalo Bills. They're kind of playing the same kind of, our offense is going to do just enough. Our defense is going to actually win us the games. But down the stretch, I don't think that offense is going to do just enough. So that's my feelings on Buffalo Bills, Steelers. That's going to be a fun thing to keep your eye on. The other thing to keep your eye on is the Patriots and the Chiefs. And just kind of looking at where we're gonna end up in the AFC picture. There, correct me if I'm wrong. I was looking at doing my homework last night. There might be a scenario in which the Titans can still get the 2nd seed. I don't know. I think if if these teams over here lose out and the Titans only win, potentially the Titans could maybe, I don't know. You let me know. But I was trying to figure out the math, and then it was a lot of math. Let's look at the weather for the game. It's gonna be low 50s and partly cloudy. Of course, it's being played in Nashville, so they'll no dome situation there. And so again, don't think that the hamstring of Derrick Henry is gonna be a huge issue in weather that's not crazy cold. Got a couple people commenting now, showing up late. Hey, better late than never. Glad to have you guys. If you're watching this after the live show, hey, thanks for watching. We do this every morning at 10 a.m. Sometimes I have Mark from Titan Upload joining me 10 a.m. Central Time Zone for the pregame show. Sup NGB? Yeah, what's up, Stovall? Hey, I see you, man. Yeah, man, we got a great pregame going on right here. We think the Titans are going to destroy it. And James Bryant thinks the Bills are going to lose it. See, I don't have a lot of faith in their offense or Josh Allen for that matter. So I kind of see that. But I'd really like for the Bills to win at least one more game. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Oh, we got some projections for the game here. I bet we get 150 rushing yards, 200 plus passing in this game. It's going to take at least that much, if not a lot more. It's going to take that much because, the Titans have had one giveaway in each of the last couple games, so that's going to negate like 75, maybe 50 yards of offense. That's going to have no score. And then the Texans are going to score a lot of points and be able to get a lot of yards, and the Titans are going to have to keep up with that. So it should be good. And 150 rushing yards at least, 200 plus passing at least, for sure. If you're just checking in now, NGB is showing that the Titans are going to win 38-27. Really looking forward to this game. We got a lot of fun stuff to look forward to for the Titans. And just for the record, there's going to be tons more Titans content coming out from NGB. So be ready for that. I'd really like to do a video. Comment below if you'd like to see this video where I kind of highlight all the local young talent on this team, dudes that grew up in the area, Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, and are contributing to this Titans. I actually went to the University of Tennessee, Chattanooga, and there are several Titans over the last couple of years, including Titans that are playing right now on this team that have come out of that program, the Mocs, go Mocs. And so it's really cool to see these guys come out and play well. So we got more guys commenting below, and thanks for being here, guys. It's been fun. Talk Titans. It's always fun to talk Titans. And I think that we're going to be talking about an awesome victory for the Titans coming out of this game. One last plug I want to give for Titan Upload. He should be going live at 9:45 Central Time Zone. I probably won't be able to be a part of that, but I know whenever my schedule clears up, that Mark always wants me to be a part of that. So whenever I can, man, I'll be there. So make sure you check out the post game show there. You can follow me on Twitter. Definitely be tweeting during the game, after the game, before the game, all kinds of Titans, Titans things, and tighten up. It's gonna be an awesome one. Can't wait for the Titans to be the AFC South first. Not, I mean, we can't say champions after this game, but first place, and then taking it away, taking the division away, and then taking over the playoffs. It's a team that was built to win in December and January, so it should be great to see. Um, I'll just highlight a couple comments as I kind of make my exit here. Thanks for showing up, guys. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And we got Dallas saying Titans up, man. Yeah, I like that. We got Patrick. He thinks that the Titans are going to win 35-27. I like it, man. I was thinking 38-27, but that's good too, man. Um, and yeah, man, these young playmakers. Isaiah Mack was stepping in when Jeffrey Simmons was still, rehabbing, and dude is a beast. Um, and hey, this is a great one to end on, guys. Tighten up, baby, and have a good one, y'all. You guys be good. Thanks for being here, and tighten up.